The Denver Broncos came close to winning in week 1 against the Raiders. And then they have fallen further and further away from having a season that everyone was expecting Denver to have, because Sean Payton was essentially showing up and will show Russ the way. Tell him to stop kissing babies and get out there and start hurting some people on the field. The Washington Commanders, it looked like they had them in their midst. I said they were playing like the Raiders from last year, blowing leads. They had an 18-point lead, and then Sam Howell showed up in a way that the Buffalo Bills were having none of yesterday. And Sean Payton, I think he will look at the film, and he deep down knows this right away. And I think some of the Broncos players know this too. Players quit. They quit on that field in Miami. National Football League teams aren't supposed to give up these many points, and you're not supposed to lose by 50, and you're supposed to tackle people. I know these kids are fast, that they're running downhill at you in Miami, but at some point you've got to put somebody on the turf, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. And Sean left Russ out there the whole day. Like, it was kind of like, the kids, you are going to have to eat your broccoli. You are going to have to eat this sandwich. You don't like it. I feel in the very long run, it's good for you to be out there, I guess. I don't know what he had to sit there and think to himself, what is Glazer up to right now? Because I was hanging with him last year on the Fox set. He's not going to quit. He's not going to give up. He will change the hell out of this roster if that's what's going to end up having to be done, and that includes the quarterback if he feels it's not the case, because he's got the long contract and he's got the ring and the trophy in the case. But right now, I don't know how to solve this thing for him. This is what he had to say after the game, losing by 50, giving up a 70 burger, the first in the league. I mean,
in almost 60 years.
Lyndon Johnson was president.
We knew we were playing a real good offense, but we got to look closely at what we were doing. And when someone runs the ball up and down the field like those guys did, and throw it up and down the field, it's not acceptable. We can't. We just got to get to the tape. Next question.
It's only 3 weeks in, but is this kind of a crisis to see where you kind of...
Listen, this season's full of those type of moments, and this one obviously is difficult to be sitting here 0-3 talking to you guys. There'll be more.
I know that you said it's embarrassing, but this is kind of an historic game. I mean, it's
I'm aware.
the third time the team has scored 70 points over 7.
What's the question? What's the question?
How do you feel about it being
I just finished telling you.
Historically embarrassing.
Next question.
I don't blame him for saying, what's the question?
Well, there wasn't one. The guys.
No, I understand. Yeah. We in the media sometimes keep digging because that's when you get the great soundbite, and we did play that right there. I'm wondering if the Dolphins were playing in their locker room at any point in time. Sean from Fox last year talking about how Bridgewater should be playing instead of Tua, have a running back by committee.
Yeah,
quarterback by committee.
He predicted Tua was going to get benched.
Hey, man. And in that respect, too, everybody saw what Tua looked like when he first came out of the box and talking about Justin Herbert and all of that business. And Mike McDaniel is a genius. I think we have decidedly seen that, and he keeps doing this. It'll be tough to beat him, certainly with Tua playing this way. But I don't know what the Broncos' answer is right now, but thankfully for them, the answer may come in the form of next week's opponent. They're playing the Bears next. And that right there is quite something, because this is tied for the most points allowed in the previous week by opposing teams in NFL history. The Broncos just gave up 70, the Bears 41. That's a rarity. Only 2 other matchups in the National Football League have come off 2 blowout losses like the ones that we just saw. So, and then the Jets, who are 1,000,000% beatable right now. So, it's a shocker. On Tuesday's show, I'm going to have my top 5 list of most disappointing teams after 3 weeks, which is now a new tradition here. Spoiler alert, I might have mentioned 2 of them right now.
Good one.
And they ain't the Miami Dolphins. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.